And there's a very important guy who used to talk about
So
double Lego.
yeah, WCSALC is the West Sussex
Association of Local Councils.
Right.
And then it goes further out and becomes the National Association of Local Councils.
David does report back on some interesting
He does.
matters from there.
It's
He's very good
It's
at
not
that.
frequent, and then when you come down one level, you then have Cllr or Sidlesham, who you are, how you pronounce it, which is the Chichester District Association of Local Councils.
Mm.
I normally represent you on that.
Thanks, Martin. Well done.
Is that right?
Yes. That's all agreed then.
That's all we agree. Yeah, anybody else want to do it? I mean, fine. Now, at the end of here is the Peninsula Community Forum.
And where have we got the 160?
It's the same one, is it?
No, it's not.
It's not the same thing. No.
I
These
can
things will
explain.
grow if you don't watch them.
Casey, I can explain this one to you. All right. The Cllr is a larger group of local councils, whereas the Peninsula Forum is very much the peninsula as opposed to places like
Yes, and it's nothing to, it didn't even come out of
something
the
else
Cllr.
like that.
Right, it's a bit separate.
Yeah.
Do we know what they're discussing? What they...
Who put out?
No, the
The
Peninsula
Peninsula Forum.
Community Forum.
Local
Well, you
councils.
attended. You're supposed to be our
No,
representative.
I'm not. No,
When,
I'm
when
not.
did they put community into the title of the Peninsula Forum?
I'm not on that. And I'm not on that.
All right.
Did you
not
not
want to
volunteer for that?
I've not heard about
The
it.
Peninsula Community Forum tends to address the technical measures.
Yeah, but I mean, it was always the Peninsula Forum. When did the community
Don't know.
bit get added in?
I don't know, you have to go and find out.
Well, no, I don't. I started 25 years ago.
The chair is John Foster.
Joan did that as well? Oh my God.
As far as I know. Did
Oh,
last
no.
week.
There's too many
It was very much coastal and water based. It
That's
started,
right.
two
Yeah.
people started it when we started to discuss the realignment of memory. And that was the basis of it. And it grew. And frankly, it's outgrown. I believe it's outgrown itself because a lot of the problems have been solved. And there are reasons that people like to keep these things going, and they're more a sort of a...
But I thought that things like glam
That's
and
not
swish
part of it.
and
Glam
all
and
this
swish and all that.
are subsidiaries
They are.
of that.
Yeah,
body.
they make those things up.
I mean, Paul Bedford represents us, if you want, on Swish. Yeah, okay. Right, who's going to do it? That's the question.
I don't know.
It's nonsense.
Not me, I've got enough.
It's okay.
Well, I'm coming up and...
Well, I've done it in the past. If they,
I've done it once, yeah.
Volunteer.
Yeah, I think it'd be interesting for you to do it, actually.
no,
Once a month.
it does happen once a month now.
Once a month. Or is it once a quarter?
Well, I think it's more likely that. I don't think it'll be every month because
And the lady,
it wouldn't have anything to talk about.
we will find out, I think it's, no, it's
Well, I've heard on.
It's Jane Cunningham is the secretary.
James, the officer who runs these things.
That's right.
Jane Cunningham.
Yeah,
Jane
she's
Cunningham.
In the past, a member of the Cllr District Council would come to the meeting on behalf of the council to help brief us on whatever we were talking about. And if they don't come, then it does lose some of its purpose, I think.
Well, I don't know. I think there are certain things they do and talk about.
Yeah.
I think certainly like swish, flooding, and which are relevant to us.
And roads.
And roads and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But
Well,
they're making
they're
multiple,
doubled up.
they're making multiple, so the problem is we've got flood and land drainage group and we've got swish. Now I haven't done swish, I did it for a year, I didn't do it last year. I don't know if anyone did it last year, but I don't think we can be expected to attend these multiple meetings on the same
No.
subjects, and that's what we need to
I
bring
think
back.
swish is composed of people who are already on the peninsula, on the PCP.
On the PCP and probably the flood and land drainage group. So you're going to the same meeting with the same
It's all
people,
very
discussing
insensitive.
different parts of the same agenda effectively. And I think that's what we need to push back on and say, condense this down into fewer groups and we'll get more value
Well,
from
we'll
it.
let Jane push back on that when she attends the PCP. I think the PCP actually covers a lot of subjects,
That's what
some of which are relevant and some aren't.
Yeah, but that's rather unfair to expect her because she doesn't know the history and the background, and she doesn't want to get dragged down every one of those
Well, maybe
avenues.
an
They're all
advantage.
rabbit holes.
Go with Jane on the first meeting.
No, thank you.
Just the one.
Let's assume.
As an aside, as a newcomer to the area as well, it will give you an intro into, a wider intro in what goes on in the
In other parishes, too. Yeah.
Welcome to
Welcome.
I think it would be quite important to get all the terms of reference.
Right.
So
The
that-
flood-
Exactly,
the
you
flood
need to
and
see
land
the
drainage.
terms of reference for
Right.
all of these. And I think you would find, as Tracy just said, if you put them all together and looked at them all in a transparent piece of paper, you'd see where they're all overlapping, they're all doing the same thing.
Yeah,
But if the PCF, the Community Forum, is like overseeing them all,
exactly.
start there.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
I think that-
They all came from that, they all came from
It
that.
will give you
And that's why I
a
said,
fair idea of what's
when
going
the
on.
community.
Some of it is irrelevant, I assure you.
Yeah.
And we, in fact, were asked to make a £200 or whatever it was contribution.
Yes,
And we at first refused that because, in fact, some of the stuff that was going on was not relevant to us, so we lived with that back. But we still run that fight.
So we can confirm that because one of the payments we asked to approve is the £200. And when they come to us, they actually ask probably for £500 based on our numbers. But most of it is irrelevant to us,
Yeah.
so we don't pay
We
the
don't.
amount.
Okay, flood and land drainage group.
Much more
Me
important.
again.
Well, that's important, Mary. You have,
But nothing ever happens.
when you go to, do you have
This year.
meetings?
Not very often.
It should do after flooding we've had.
Yeah.
But not-
Really
not-
should.
We haven't had any meetings for ages. Well, I will go when we do have one.
Okay.
Who makes it
Who
up?
runs, I don't know who runs it.
Paul said, really.
Oh, that's
Is that part of Swish? See, that
No.
absolutely
It's
should be
completely-
the one meeting. Swish and the flood and
No,
land
it's
drainage
completely
is, because that's what they
No,
discuss
I
at
think
Swish.
Tracy's right.
Because it's surface water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Isn't
completely independent. It's all about the flooding at Selsey and things like that.
Well, that's madness.
Yeah. But that's what it is. That's the
Well, if it's, if it's not right, change it.
That's what it is at the moment. But it,
Doesn't make any difference to it.
yes,
Okay.
I will go to the meeting if it should occur. Thank
But
you.
I think we've covered MPP, Swish and Dun.
Well,
Which is all part
no
of
one's going to Swish.
Right, it's part of the Peninsula Community Forum.
Okay, well in that case, I'll go with Jane to the first GLAM and first MPP, because I've been holding those.
No, so are they all extra on top of?
This is what I'm saying, yeah, so what we want to try and do is push it into.
I think it's
Correct.
too much.
That's why I said I can't do this, but we've been doing all the work we've done on the planning matters. Because this is,
Okay, fine.
I think we can look at it together, attend them, and then say what we're not doing.
Sorry, so are we saying that at the moment it's yourself and Jane,
Yeah,
and then you'll come back to us and say,
what we're going to
What
attend
we're
as a
going to
village
attend.
and what we're not, unless we have volunteers within the village that wish to, represent us. So for example, GLAM, the lady that was here that came from Highly, that is pushing on one speed reduction, when GLAM, we were pushing for lots of speed reductions across the peninsula, but Councillor Whiten picked up on one of them rather than on the set. So it doesn't make any sense, we should be doing it as a whole. But again, there's not enough capacity within the small number of us here to pick up that kind of work, in addition to the other work that's there.
Well, the Lammers are my way, to a large extent.
Yeah.
And we make decisions for the parish council about things like hiring speed limits.
Yeah, yeah.
Should we just say the MPP then?
Yeah.
The other two out to MPP in the forum,
Yeah,
Yeah,
do you think?
yeah, yeah.
Agree?
I think that's what we should do.
Okay.
Come out of Swish and Glam, as you say,
Yeah.
I don't think you need to do
They are
this as well,
subsidiaries of the
don't you?
MPP.
So what we've done with the Cllr meeting is we've produced a map, and you'll remember all contributing to that map that I circulated, which was where do we think we have rat runs, where do we want 20 mile an hour limits. That was the weekend when Mary had 3 accidents on the corner of Lockgate Lane, and we submitted that, and Glam have put that forward to the council. So they are making progress, but because they're doing it for the entire peninsula, but it is slow progress. So it's not that it's a bad meeting, they do the nuts and bolts and the work for it, but really what I wanted to do was bring in our lovely volunteer Jan, who was doing the traffic calming, and see which, she attended one meeting with me, and whether we can not co-opt her onto parish council, but as a volunteer, ask her to attend and represent the council. She can then come to myself or Jane if she needs further support from the parish. And I think that's the only way we're going to manage the volume of work to support
We'll
these.
see what comes out of the community forum.
Okay, yeah, so once we've spoken to them, it might be we can condense it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, right. Item 7, minutes of last council meeting. Can I have a proposal and second? You've forgotten about that.
And I will second. I'm sure I have read them, but I haven't got them with me.
This is a while
I
ago.
haven't got them with me.
Matters worth the above minutes not dealt with in separate items below. None. Right. WSTC council update. None.
Well, there is, we haven't.
Well, we
Yeah, we
the
have
one
a new
lady
one.
is not
They're not
here.
here.
There was a very nice reception for Peter Montana.
Yes.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Right. CDC council update.
No.
No.
None. Same thing.
Donna gives her apologies.
She has sent apologies.
She has sent apologies.
Yeah. Okay.
Any particular reason or just?
She's actually at another meeting this evening, it's just crashed, it's just unfortunate that it's...
Okay.
Was she the only one from the Alliance that was re-elected?
Yes,
Yeah.
as far as I can see.
Well, said Val,
She is the only one, there's one.
Well, it's not county council, it's not district council.
I've never met her.
No, should have been
Not
one.
attached to any party?
Yes.
Yes.
She's not elected.
Independent,
She
yeah.
is elected
Okay.
on the district council, not on the county council.
And she was voted for by herself as
That's
president.
CDC.
That's fine, okay.
And she didn't have anything to report, that's, I can...
Well,
She had something, but I would say that afterwards. It's not very public knowledge.
okay. Right. Sidlesham Moor Recreation Ground. Sorry, it's taken a while, but okay, it's up to you.
I'm going to hand round in a second the draft annual accounts for the year which ended April 26th. So, we also have included and 3 for the readers.
Thank you very much.
Thanks very much.
Oh, that one? Yeah.
Otherwise, we'll come share. Good enough.
Fine, I'll just run through some of the important things. In terms of total income, it was just short of £30,000. So that income has been rising every year for the last 4 years since we started selling services. And just to give you a flavour of what's happened in the last 4 years, 2023, a loss of just under 12,000. 24, a surplus of £700. 25, 6,500. And now this year, 10,500. However, within that 10,500 surplus is the £3,000 which we haven't spent on the electrical fittings because it really didn't do anything The important thing is the hall, and the hall that will go nowhere near doing the heating for the hall. So it's just left in abeyance. It'll probably be used in the hall if we get another crack at that particular dairy farm draft.
Yeah, well, the latest on that
Yeah.
is that Alison wrote an email to Mike Nichols, more or less saying, where are we, what's happening? And he said it is being discussed at the board meeting, Ferry Farm board meeting, which is this month.
Okay.
So we should hear something, but
Okay.
I'm still pushing the case.
Okay.
Do
Thank
we
you.
have a representative on that board?
Yes.
Yes, it's Nick.
Nick.
Yeah.
No, not on the board, not on the Ferry Farm board, no. No, Nick is our representative on the Ferry Farm Grants Committee.
I think we should just pass off the whole, you mean.
Well,
Bear in mind that the whole site is half of it on our land.
yes, that's right, that's
So
correct.
shouldn't we have a representative on the board?
On their board? No, that's what they said. We get, because it's 50% of our land, we get 50, or I suppose we
Yeah, I
get
appreciate
50%
that,
of
but I
it.
was just wondering whether we should have somebody put as board members rather than listen to what they're all there to say. Because
Well, we could try.
very farms, it's neighbouring to our land, isn't it?
So it's 50-50 in terms of land, that's what we said to Mike when we
Yeah.
said we're not happy with the distribution.
Yeah.
It used to be always 50-50, and then maybe not quite 50-50, 60-40, because the number of societies in Chelsea, in Chelsea, always outweighed here. And that's why on the last round I was furious, because we got peanuts, or £3,000 plus a buyback for the church, or something like that, I think it was, and a bit of money for the bird hospital, and the rest of them got a lot of money. So that's what it's about. So he brought that to Ferry Farm, but we don't have a representative on Ferry Farm board. Maybe that's an angle we should try, I don't know.
Well, if it is a separate organisation from any other parts of Chelsea, as it were, then surely we should.
It's a totally separate organisation from, nothing to do with Chelsea.
Yeah.
It's an organisation to generate power from the ferry farm, from the solar panels there.
Seems to me we should have somebody on it. It's half of it's on that.
Well, there would be.
It's a commercial business, and we shouldn't really then pay somebody for
Paying rents or whatever.
the rent of the
Or rates
ground.
for
So
the-
it would, if they were building a, if they put a garage in it and a,
That was always where it was. It's a
Yeah.
separate,
Well,
separate independent
yeah.
company.
it's land use.
I think we have more axe to grind, should we say, if we did have somebody there rather than being on the fringe.
But do we have the right to be on the board of an independent company?
Not
I see why not.
Things have to wash their face.
No, I mean, on the last discussions, where I objected very strongly, because Nick was ill and couldn't represent representatives, we've now agreed that I will also represent Sidlesham on the next Ferry Farm panel. But we will not, I don't see that we can become board members.
We could be asked to, but that'd be incidental.
Yeah, we can try it. We can fly the kite. Certainly. But anyway, let's keep on fingers crossed that we get the amount of extra money that we asked for.
Sorry.
Okay, so coming back to the 26th account, income just short of 30,000, and outgoings, the good thing about the outgoings is that it is less than the previous year, 2025. And bearing in mind issues such as insurance, printing, utilities, all these things, by and large, are on the up. And being able to control the cost base for the previous year, obviously, is quite important. So, at the bottom line, you can see